from our childhood, we learn that if we go to a good school, get good grades, then go to university, graduate from the university with good results, and then we can end up in a good corporate work. We'll work 9 to 5 days a week, and we'll save some money. We'll cut down our expenses, invest that money into stocks, ETFs, so on and so forth. And after 20-30 years, when we're around 60, we'll have our pension, and we can finally chill and have a good life. That is, I would say a typical definition of what we learned a good life, how a good life looks like. People in my generation, slowly but surely, they're learning that this hustle culture, it's just about false promises. We are learning that what have we learned from our childhood, it's not the reality, So today I really want to talk about mindset, to be honest. Earlier in one video I actually talked about learned helplessness. If you haven't watched it, you can watch it here. But the fact about mindset today that I want to talk about is mindset of wealth, mindset of being rich. Whenever we think about being rich, we think about happiness. We think about being able to do whatever we want. If we want to travel, we want to travel. If we want to just stay at home and chill, we can do that. Like having the freedom of doing whatever you want. And on the other hand, we also see how society is defining, being rich for us. For instance, having more material stuff, having more wealth. If you take a look at the, music industry, where the rappers, they're, having, cars, women, that actually typically shows that, okay, I'm having a great life. So I just came across this book, Millionaire Fastlane, where the author talks about what really consists in a good life, in a rich life, in a meaningful way. So basically he talks about 3 F's. So what are those 3 F's? Those are, first F is fitness, which also means health. Second one is family, the relationships and friends that you have in your life. And the N F he talks about is freedom. Freedom of having the freedom of doing whatever you want. So these 3 things is also interdependent on each other. So for instance, money. Money might not give you a great wife, great children or whatever, but it can provide freedom. It can give you freedom to do whatever you want. And at the same time, if you don't have freedom, you are also lacking in terms of having a good relation with your family. And at the very beginning, if you don't have health, then it doesn't really matter how much money you have or what kind of family you have. So that's a rough idea of good life. But in this video, I really want to focus on freedom because when we talk about financial freedom or freedom in general, I think people don't really understand what does it mean. So most of the time, if when my friends see that I'm doing part-time work, and they're actually asking like, why are you doing part-time work? You can actually do full-time, and then you can earn more. So, but at the same time, they don't really understand that when you are earning the money, you are also investing your time into the work. And for me, having my time and do with my time whatever I want is freedom. Now coming back to financial freedom, what does it really mean? Does it mean that you don't take money from your parents? Not really. Financial freedom means you are not dependent on any externalities when it comes to finance, even your job. So you have a stable system in your life where you don't have to worry about where can I find the money, or you don't have to worry about your necessities or your essentials that you have in your life. how you will be able to provide those essentials for you and your family. So for me, I think that would be the peak of financial freedom, that you don't have to worry about anything when it comes to finance, or you are not actually dependent on anything when it comes to finance. In these days, if you see a young 25 years or 6 years old millionaire, automatically we think it might be a singer, celebrity, or athlete, those kind of, or he just got money from his parents. There is no other way that you can be a millionaire when you were young, when you were in your late 20s or early 30s or even early 20s. People always have this sort of assumption, but the fact of the matter is that's not the only way of being rich. A lot of us who actually came from middle class family, or our parents kind of followed the hustle culture, and that kind of imposed, no, I wouldn't say imposed, like that is also kind of our mindset, like if you want to be rich, that's the only way, that school, work, save some money, invest, and then at the end, when you are old, you'll be rich. But on the other hand, when it comes to innovation or entrepreneurship, other external factors where the kind of earning you get is sort of exponential, we don't really give that much thought into it. And because at the same time we are really used to with security, having a job means you're secure. But if you're investing your money, or if you are into a business or entrepreneurship, there is a factor of risk into it, and we just kind of avoid it because it's not for us. It's not the right path, or we don't have the courage, or it's not the right time. We have that sort of mindset kind of embedded into our thinking. Personally, I don't know anyone who became financially free, or had the financial freedom by investing into stock, or kind of following this 9-to-5 hustle culture. But I know personally people who doesn't have a degree, doesn't have a rich background, or didn't really get anything from their parents, but having a great life because they are providing value to people. But they kind of invented a system around themselves where they don't have to do 9-to-5 work, and at the same time they are actually doing stuff that is really meaningful. In my eyes, I see them as successful because they have the freedom, they have a functional family, and they have good health. Probably they are not rich in society's standard, because if you let society define what richness looks like for you, you will actually fall into the trap that, okay, I need more stuff, I need a Lamborghini, I need mansion, so on and so forth. But at the same time, if you really think about what is really important in life, and in order to do the stuff that you love, what you should do, and I think that really boils down to health, family, and freedom. And I think that is a mindset that we all need to nurture. So the last thing I would say, actually, do not get stuck with this hustle culture. Rather, think about how you can give value to people. And for that, you don't need Harvard degrees. You don't need millions of dollars. Rather, you need to be a good observer and able to give people a practical solution. May Allah grant us good health, may Allah bless us with good family, and may Allah grant us financial freedom and give us risk without any account. Till the next video, barakallahu fiqh wa jazakumullahu khairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.